Welcome to Sailing Buena Isla. We're sailboat liveaboards, living the minimalistic lifestyle while traveling to new places by water. Come and join the adventure. Hi guys, so we're going to be talking to you in this video about some of the struggles or the reality of living in a sailboat. We've mentioned all the good things, but there's obviously cons to every situation as well. So a few of you had requested that we talk a little bit about some of the things we've had to give up by living on a sailboat. Also some of the maybe just daily struggles of living on a sailboat, the reality behind the awesome lifestyle. So stay tuned for that conversation. Today we're going to be moving our sailboat to another spot because it's going to be winter time in a couple months and the winter storms can start getting really crazy out here. So to be safe, we're going to be moving our sailboat to another location just for the winter time, and we're going to take you with us. This is the cleat. These are the lines. So we're just taking them off right now so that we can move this boat out. What are we doing?
Just gonna move the boat around. We're gonna go out a little bit. Go that way first, and then we'll turn around, come back this way. The tides are pretty high right now.
That's good, right?
There's lots of...
Okay. It's a beautiful day for a sail. That's a plane. And I'm here looking out for danger, making sure we're on the right route. I'm sailing the boat by myself because Christian's peeing. We got some weight. Hi, I'm steering the boat. Yeah, we have a tiller, we don't have a steering wheel, so it's kind of opposite to how you would drive a car. You steer in the opposite direction you want to go. So if I want to go to the left, I have to pull it this way. So we just arrived at our new little location where we're going to have our boat for the winter time, and we're still going to go out and sail, but this is just going to be where we have our boat when it's really crazy storms so that we're more protected. We did a great job coming in.
So first of all, I just want to say that I'm very happy to live on this sailboat. I wouldn't want to change it for anything. These things are probably just small stuff, but probably for me the three things that is you kind of miss when you're living in a house or an apartment is I wish we had a more better dedicated shower system with longer hot water. I miss that you can just turn on the tap and then there's water coming out, instead of what we're doing right now is we're just pumping out water that's inside, so we fill up the tanks in the boat and then we just have to keep pumping it. Sometimes I wish I could just turn on the taps and it's all good. Yeah, so that's 1 and 2. And my third one is the laundry situation. This is such a small place, so we don't have room for a big laundry machine. Although we might get something kind of small and portable in the future. But my third one is the laundry situation where you can just wash your clothes, put it in the dryer, and it's done. Whereas right now what we're doing is sometimes we have to wash it in a bucket.
And like hang it here?
yeah, we hang it in here or we hang it outside, but sometimes the weather changes and it doesn't dry soon enough. And if it doesn't dry soon enough, then it's not as fresh. So the laundry situation, the water situation, the shower situation. I'm kind of like a little bit of OCD when it comes to feeling clean and being clean. I really like to be clean, so cleanliness is very important to me. Shower, water, laundry.
That's the hard parts of being on a boat for you.
That's it.
Okay, so my I guess 3 things that I find is a bit difficult living on a sailboat, or that I've had to give up from living in a normal apartment or home, I would say would be the like outdoor weather elements. So because you live on a sailboat, you are exposed to all of the weather, whether it's really hot or whether it's really cold or whether it's raining or whatever. So that's one of the main reasons why I love living on a sailboat, is because we are out in the nature, but everything has its cons, right? So I've noticed that when it's raining, you are also going to get affected in your sailboat. So even though you're inside your sailboat, there's always microscopical little leaks inside your boat. So like we could be sleeping and then it's raining really hard outside and you'll get like raindrops on your head, or it will be raining on the side. And actually my phone died for the day because I guess just one single drop touched my phone charger and it like turned it off because it's like detecting water. Or it could just be humidity in the air. So it's very early, I have no idea what time it is, but we're being rained on.
Hello.
I just felt it again.
Oh.
It's raining outside a lot, but I think we have a little bit of a leak right here. Not a major leak, but I got dripped on. You'll have to go fix it now. This is Christian first thing in the morning without makeup.
Hello.
Without makeup.
This is how I look without my glasses. And then that's how I look when I'm ready to go to work.
Oh, that's a pretty quick makeup routine.
That's all I gotta do.
So I mean, like, it may not seem like a big deal, but every time you leave your sailboat and it's pouring rain, like everything's wet. Your shoes are wet, the pillows outside are wet, everything's wet, and so you have to, bundle up differently. So that can be kind of like a struggle, I guess, just because in a normal home or a normal house or whatever, you could maybe like enter your car from your garage, or maybe you have an umbrella that you just get right outside, so you're not really exposed the same way. And now we're gonna make some tea because it's kind of chilly out today. So it's currently raining and we're heading off to work now, so we don't want to get all soaked. So I gotta put on this really fashionable poncho. Ugh. What the heck? How do I put this on? There we go. Oh gosh. I look like a little Red Riding Hood. So, we're gonna head off to work now. In the rain. This is Red Robin Hood.
This woman you gave me, she made me do it.
That's awesome. See, this is how I keep dry. I've been waiting for you to come back so I could record this.
Getting back. Go back up.
So when it rains, it's a completely different experience when you're living on the water because everything gets wet. Your house gets wet, your things get wet. All these pillows that we lie on, they're now soaking wet, so can't lie on those. Everything's wet. And this is our poncho. This is what we wear when we leave our boat so that we're not drenched, because we don't want to get too much wetness inside of our boat because then it just produces way too much humidity, and that's not good because then that's how mold builds up. So these are not attractive at all, but they do the job. And also, like, because we're living on the ocean, there's storms, and storms are different. You're on the ocean, so you'll feel it differently on the water. And we've experienced our first little storm already. And then I think a couple days ago, it looked like there was a storm warning and the clouds were changing and we're like getting a little nervous, but then it passed over. Okay, those clouds are getting scarier. Oh dear. So we're getting some interesting information. And we are down here, south, and we are in the low risk.
Let's see, we're right down here.
Okay.
Right at the southern tip. And yeah, we're in the warning zone. The risk is low, but people on the coast, right? Yeah, the risk is moderate. And we hope it just stays that way. It doesn't get too bad.
What does it say? What was the title about? Is it something like wind concerning? Intense wind gusts threatens power outages in BC. Downpours continue. Oh dear. We just had some crazy waves, but it calmed down. So hopefully it's just a little bit of a fluke, but we do have a bit of a wind warning tonight. So hopefully it's not bad, but people are coming back. People are scared. See, this boat's coming back. He knows. He knows what's about to happen. Is that a tornado? Look, it kind of looks like a tornado! Doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's a bit of a scary picture. So like that, there's always the unpredictability whenever you're exposed to the outdoor elements. And yeah, I guess that's been a little bit of a struggle, but it's nothing like a big deal, honestly. You just have to adapt to it and like make sure you have proper water resistant clothing with you. Like these shoes that I got are really good for water. Just having these ponchos. We're probably gonna get a proper rain jacket as well because it rains a lot out here. But that's definitely been a bit of a struggle, and also because it's extra humid. I love the humidity. It's really nice for the skin, but boats and small spaces don't like it, right? So we've noticed that especially as the weather is starting to cool down a little bit and it's getting more rain, that the humidity is building inside the boat. And so when we're cooking or when we're having things drying out, we try to have as minimal stuff inside that's damp, because we're noticing a bit of mold buildup just like behind the stove or like behind our books, like when there's not too much air flowing. So we're kind of constantly having to like spray that down with vinegar and make sure it's like killed instantly. So that's kind of a bit of a hassle, but you know, that's the way it is. I guess another thing is I like to be really active like when it comes to working out. So we had an apartment, we had a gym like attached to our apartment, so we could go to our gym whenever we wanted and stay fit and just like go use the workout machines. But since living here, we don't have a gym membership anymore, or like we don't have a gym, so working out you have to kind of get more creative. And although we are actually very active living on the water, actually probably more active, you don't have your traditional workout gym equipment unless you went and did like a membership, but we don't have the money for that. So what I've done is I've kind of just used like the docks to like jog back and forth or do like my little workouts. And then even sometimes in the boat when the weather's not good, I just have these like ankle weights and I'll use those. So I've kind of like adapted to it, but that's kind of a struggle, right? If you like to do like, if you like to go to a normal gym, obviously in a small space, you don't have the space for equipment like that. I got sent these amazing shoes by the brand Alader, and they're called Alader Adventure shoes, and they're perfect. I've been literally needing something like this, so it was just amazing that they wanted to send these to me and I can try them out. And they're perfect for any kind of outdoor living, outdoor activity, anything from hiking to being in the water. So they're very, very, very lightweight, and they're super comfy. And the bottoms are really awesome soles. They're just really got a good grip. And I guess what Christian mentioned about the laundry and all that kind of stuff, I would include that as well. But I think those are more his kind of, I guess, top struggles or things he had to give up. I'm a pretty adventurous person, so I can kind of overlook a lot of the struggles, to be honest. They can still kind of bother me or be like annoying, but for the pros that you get living this lifestyle on a sailboat, the view, the minimal lifestyle, having to work less, it's, to me, it's so worth it. And maybe I'll feel a little bit different about the amount of maintenance with the humidity once the winter hits. But so far, like, as long as I'm kind of just spraying things down like regularly, it doesn't seem too crazy yet. And we are gonna get like a dehumidifier for the winter, We did have a few clothes of Christian's and they kind of got destroyed. I think they were at the bottom of where our clothes are hanging. And even though they're not on water, because they're at the bottom, just the humidity gets trapped down there. One of his shirts got covered in mold. So we had to throw that out. So that kind of makes me worried about my clothes because I like to do fashion and stuff. So I'm making sure my clothes are more sealed properly. Yeah, and along the lines with Christian, with having to pump out our water, so our sinks inside of our boat, you have to pump the water so the water comes out. So it's not like you can just hold the taps. It's not the same thing. So that can be kind of difficult when we're washing dishes. So a lot of times I'll just wash our dishes in our sink here in our boat. But sometimes like there's bigger pots or they're just like really grimy from like cooking fish or meat. And so it's just kind of a hassle to like pump and scrub at the same time. So I've actually been washing them out on this dock by the marina, like kind of like close where there's an area where fishermen will wash down their fish and everything after they've caught them, so we can use that hose. So it's kind of a struggle, I suppose, but I've actually learned to enjoy it because the funny part about this lifestyle is that the simplest things like just washing dishes outside is actually enjoyable because you get to see the sunset, you get to just slow down and like, I don't know, it's very hard to explain unless you do it. I mean, maybe it's not for everybody, but for me, I kind of like it. Except if it's like pouring rain, I don't think I'd want to wash my dishes outside. But yeah, that's definitely one of the things that you've had to give up. We used to have a dishwasher in our apartment, and now we don't. And so you have to wash by hand. But this is an extreme way of washing by hand, for sure. So that's a little bit of a struggle too. But you know, it's adventurous, and this lifestyle is adventurous. So you kind of have to expect there to be struggles with it or things you have to give up. It just is. With everything in life, there's always a pro and a con. This lifestyle, it's minimal, small space living. There's going to be a lot you have to give up, but there's so much you get. The beauty of the nature, more time together, and meeting all these amazing people around you. It's so worth it. It's really interesting though, once you have downsized in your life, you really start to learn what you really need and what you can definitely live without. I think that the downsizing process and getting rid of stuff is actually scarier than actually downsizing. Once you actually don't have these things and you have a smaller space to live in, you actually realize, wow, I didn't really need all that stuff. And you don't even really think about it. So it's actually not as hard as you may think it is. It's just the idea of it, because we're so used to in society being told that we need all these things and this big house and everything. It's not bad, but I think we strive for these things too much where we wear ourselves down and we don't have time for what's really important in life. So it's just actually really nice to not have so much stuff, if that makes sense. All the things that we do have are really sentimental and they mean something to us. We don't just have stuff to have stuff. So yeah, actually I really like that.
I love getting up in the morning and these are our blinds, right? We have it like that, and then opening it, and then just it's that view out there, you know, the water, nothing in front of us, that mountain view. Washington is over there, the Pacific Ocean is out there. I love that.
But now I'm actually just making dinner right now, and making dinner on our sailboat's always really fun, but it's always got to be creative because you only have so much space. Use a lot of water to cook with. There's a lot of humidity from that, so I'm trying to bake this time as much as possible using the oven. So we're gonna make some food. And I've got some rice cooking. Just letting that simmer. And then in the oven, we are making some fresh fish, tilapia, bell peppers, and mushrooms. It's really good.
But at the end of the day, this is what makes it all worthwhile for us. It's just going out and sailing.
Yeah.
You know, not much to complain out here. This is, we're in God's country and this is amazing. So
Beautiful.
I wouldn't take it for granted. So I hope you guys liked the video. Please hit that subscribe and like button. Give us a comment, tell us what you think. And we'll see you again.
Bye.
Bye.
In our next video, we're actually going to be sailing to Victoria. About a 5 to 6 hour sail, and we're going to be going there and bringing you guys along. We're really excited for that trip. So definitely subscribe so that you can come in and watch the adventure.